Very good afternoon to all. Today we are going to discuss about the gripper interface. How a gripper is coordinated with the control system. So basically a gripper is employed for manipulation purpose. We already discussed the various types of grippers in the previous class. So the grippers also called the fingers. Okay, in mechanical term it is called a finger. It is mainly used to prehension the object. What is prehension? Prehension is grasping or seizing the object, seizing. So abagarikattu Tamil, right? So or pickups. So the best technical name is prehension. So prehension of the object. So the grippers also called end effectors. Basically, there are two types of end effectors. One is grippers and tools, specialized tools. Those tools are also called EOA, okay, end of arm device, right? End of arm tooling, end of arm. So EOA, most of the cases, the scientists pronounce it EOA, end of arm tooling, right? So there are different specialized tools we have seen. So basically, also we discussed the sensors and machine vision in the previous units. So sensors and machine vision mainly used to prehension the or release the object from the gripper of the rope, from the gripper of the rope. So what are the various sensors integrated in the grippers of the robot? So we discuss various sensors, we discuss various grippers, we also discuss various types of actuators, hydraulic, pneumatic, electrical. Okay, so combining of electrical and pneumatic also we discuss. So today we see what are the different type of gripping interface, what are the various sensors integrated in the grippers. Okay, that is the today's topic. Let's start with the okay. So the end effector, so the end effector interface, okay. So this is the typical industrial process. Here you could see the various this camera lens for vision, and the illumination for lighting. This is the object placed in a conveyor. So the conveyor, this is the controller. Okay. So this is a control system with the image processor signal. So for the controller to recognize the object, we use the software. So this is the machine vision based robotic controller. So actually this is your gripper, right? This is the camera. Actually here camera. So this is actually in final object. This is called end of arm tooling. End of arm tooling. Okay, end of arm tooling. This uses the pneumatic air to blow out the object from the. This is actually this system is used in the inspection. So inspection of the damaged objects. Okay. So this is a work cell design in a cabin. We already discussed what is meant by a work volume or work cell. What is work cell? The area covered by the manipulators. There are different type of work cells we discuss: cylindrical, spherical, rectangular, polar. So 4 types of work envelope or work cell design we study, right? So this is a gripping stage. This is the moving of the object. This is the placing. So it covers from the gripping stage to the placing, pick and place. This is a work cell design for a pick and place tool. So the manipulator, this is the gripper. So this is your gripper. So this gripper picks the object from this place. So it starts like this and moves to this place, right? So picks and place here and moves on. So to perform this task, how much space the robot requires. So based on the work cell design only, we can able to design control programming. So programming is the important stage to perform the task, to do the grasping of the prehension of the object, prehension as well as results of the object. So this is a typical layout of work cell. You see here, this is a manipulator. This manipulator is two link. This is link 1. This is link 2. So 2 link manipulator. This 2 finger gripper. So this is a pneumatic air. Okay, this is a robo controller. This is the industrial robo arm. This is a parallel processor computer system for video processing. So for this work cell is controlled by means of many cameras. See here. So camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. So camera 3, camera 4, camera 5, camera 6. So many cameras are employed in a work cell to control the robo manipulator. This is a typical robo work cell for industrial robo. Say this is a typical gripper interface. This is the gripper. This is a gripper interface between the sensor side as well as the controller side. Say here is a sensor. Say sensor. So this is forces based on the sensing. Suppose this gripper has slip sensor. So if the object slips, so what happens? The sensor gives information to create more forces. So the forces, say forces. So this force is applied to engines. So this engine is used to actuate. Okay, so the engine makes operation. So this is an engine or actuator or engine or actuator. So this engine rotates. This engine makes rotation. How to detect the angular position of the engine or a actuator or a motor or a pneumatic cylinder or a piston? Okay, piston normally moves linearly, right? Piston and cylinder moves linearly, whereas the motor rotates. So the position of the engine is detected by encoders. Okay, so optical encoders, or this is encoders. So this encoder gives the exact position of the robot. Okay, position. So this is the simple sensory feedback for a gripper interface, right? So sensor, forces, and engine, encoders, and the encoder gives information, the positions. Again, this is the actuation, right? So this is your gripper actuation. So again, this is the engine for, this is the engine for gripping, right? Engine. Or this is another actuator. So this is a simple closed loop feedback for a gripper interface. So this is sensor integrated gripper. So what are the various sensor in the setup? So one is approach sensor. So this is the approach or called proximity, or it can be used to detect the object. Okay, so one is say, so one is called approach sensor. approach sensor. Okay. So two is auxiliary. This two is nothing but auxiliary tactile sensors. So say auxiliary means supplementary, right? So auxiliary two is nothing but auxiliary tactile sensor. So three is this three. What is three? Three is the touchpad for tactile sensing. Touchpad for tactile sensing. This also for this is three for tactile touchpad array. A sensor array in this touchpad. So touchpad pad for tactile or tactile sensing. So 4 is nothing but 4. It may be a photodiode or it may be a proximity sensor. Okay, in general, it is a proximity. Okay, proximity sensor. You see, what are the sensors employed in a gripper? So proximity, or for example, it may be a photodiode. Okay. Then 5. What is 5? 5 is a pressure sensor. So the 5 is a pressure sensor. This 5 is a pressure sensor. The 6 is like a slip sensor. Surface detection. The 6 is a surface detection sensor. Surface 6 is surface detection sensor. Or the 6 may be a slip sensor. Okay, slip sensor. Okay, 7 is nothing but an object. Okay, 7 is object. These are all the various parts. 1 is approach sensor, 2 is auxiliary tactile sensor, 3 is touchpad tactile sensor array, proximity sensor, 4, 5 is pressure sensor, 6 is surface detection sensor, 7 is this is the object. So this is a typical gripper to grasp this object. So this is another sensor. This is for it uses the directional sensing. Okay, directional sensing. So here one is the body of the gripper. So four is nothing but so the various electronics equipped here. So one is nothing but the electronic is equipped inside the, that is signal conditioning circuit. One is signal conditioning circuit. So 2 is adjustment. This is the 2 is the adjustment mechanism for robot. 3 is the fiber optic cable. Okay. 4 is the sensor. So the sensor, this is nothing but sensor. It may be this is actually this setup for center direction sensor gripper. Okay, center or centering base gripper interface. So one is signal conditioning circuit or simply say electronics. 2 is the adjustment mechanism. 3 is this is the optical fiber. So this is 3 is optical fiber. 4 is the sensor. The sensor is actually, say ultrasonic, mostly ultrasonic sensors. So this is the fiber optic cable. 5 is the monitor range, the range of the object. Actually, the object is here. See, say the object is here. So this sensors emit signal and gets reflected. Based on that, it will sense the object position. Okay. So this is the gripper centering with the reflected waves technique. So actually 6 is your centroid sensor. The 6 is centroid. So this is another sensor pad which equips with the various actually this is say emitter detector. So this finger equipped with emitter detector concept. Emitter detector. Okay, so emitter detector using optical sensors. Using optical sensors. So one is LED, two is say 2 is the finger gripper jaw. Okay, 3 is the detector. So photodiode, it may be a photodiode. The 5 is the object. 5 is the gripped object. So one is this is LED or laser diode. LED or laser diode. So 2 is gripper jaw. So 3 is either photodiode or a phototransistor. That is detector. This LED is emitter. This is detector. Detector is a photos. For example, photodiode. So 4 is the gripped object. Okay, gripped object. So this is the typical configuration in the gripper jaw. So what are the sensors? So based on the position of the object, say if the object is moves up here, up, you suppose the object moves up, what happens? Say there are array of 4 LEDs. So when it moves up, so these 3 LED emits. So these 3 LED emitting will not be detected by these 3 detectors. Whereas this LED alone gets signal to this photodiode. So depend on the position of the movement of the object, so it will give information. It is used for mainly the identification of the object in between the gripper jaw. Next is this is the typical the detection of object with a diagonal barrier. So the diagonal signal. So this is based on the light signal. Okay. So angle. So this setup is mainly for detection of object of a diagonal light barrier. Okay. That is called dysonic. So dysonic, detection of object by diagonal barrier. Simply called dysonic. Okay, dysonic. So here what are the one is the angle light barrier. Angle light barrier. single light barrier. So 2 is the gripper. So 2 here. 2 is gripper. 3 is a layer of plates. So this plates. You know, anybody can tell me what is this? So these are all array of plates arranged in a industry. So this plate is picked by this. Can you tell me anyone what is 5?
Magnet, sir.
Huh?
Magnet.
Magnet. Any other? Any other, please? Suction cups. Okay. These are all suction cups. Vacuum cups. Suction cups or vacuum cups. Okay. Then 6 is connecting wires. So this is the connecting wires. Or this carries connecting leads. This carries vacuum pneumatic air or negative pressure. Okay. Connecting hose. Connecting hose or pipes, or in general it is connection. So what is 7? 7 is gripper job. So this is a detection of object with a diagonal light barrier. Presence of, that is the presence of control. One is parallel, other one is diagonal. Okay, a strict vacuum gripper. Next is this is a gripper with an object. This is a gripping force. This is object. This is already seen. Object. So gripping force. Gripping force. Okay. 3. So this 2 is the slip sensor. Okay, 2 is the slip sensor. One is finger. Actually, this is 4 is hosing, gripper force. This may be touch or torque or force sensors. This 3 is this is distance measuring sensor. Distance measuring sensor means there are 3 techniques used in the distance measuring sensor: triangulation technique and the reflection of beam. Okay, reflection of beam technique. So this is the distance sensor. See, what are the various types of sensors employed in a grippers? Okay, this is the sensor integration. Okay, next is this is protection. Okay, this is used for protection device. Actually, this is the sensor used for prehension as well as release of the object. Okay, this is prehension and release of the object. Actually, this is object. Object. Okay, this is your parallel. This is your limiting arrangement, limiting of the gripping force. So monitoring. This is basically for prehension and releasing monitoring with the help of these sensors. Okay, this sensor. You see here when the object is released here. So this is a release release deduction. So immediately when the object is released from the surface, this will move up. So this will move up. So this limiting, actually these are all limiting switches to detection of releasing and prehension. Prehension means grasping or seizing of the object. So limiting switches. These are all limiting switches. This is for monitoring of releasing and prehension of the object. So monitoring with the help of limit switches. So this is a Hall sensor employed in a gripper. So Hall, you know Hall effect? Hall sensor. What is Hall sensor? What is Hall effect? Say let us consider a germanium or a silicon, bismuth. So germanium and bismuth are the Hall sensing element. So for the Hall sensing element, say consider this is a Hall sensing element, either maybe germanium or silicon. If you pass current in one direction, say this direction, in X direction, current in this direction. So you can connect a battery. Okay, connect a battery here. So in this direction, say in the Y direction, if you maintain a magnetic field in Y direction, so X and Y are perpendicular to each other. So the magnetic field B in this direction, current I in X direction. So this is a battery. So what happened? There will be an EMF induced in the third direction, which is perpendicular to both mutually perpendicular to both the current and the magnetic field. So this generated voltage called Hall voltage, okay, VH. So Hall voltage. So by passing current in one direction of the element, Hall element, and magnetic field, we are maintaining the magnetic field in another direction, then there will be an EMF induced in the third direction, which is mutually perpendicular to both the current and the magnetic field. So that effect is called Hall effect. Okay. So here you see this Hall sensor used to detect the object position in the object position in the gripper. Okay. So actually 3 is gripper. This is gripper. So the gripper finger is employed with the magnet. So this is magnet. These are all magnets. So 2 is the Hall sensor. Okay. 2 Hall sensor is embedded over here. Right. So the Hall sensor connected with current and maintaining this one direction current. So this acts as magnetic field. So the magnets embedded on the gripper finger, right? So gripper finger. So we will get some EMF, okay, in the third direction. So that EMF gives information about the presence of object on the gripper. Okay. Next is this is rotating gripper with the rollers. So various rollers. The one is flange. So flange, which you know you see in the pipe connections. Okay, pipe connections. So this is a rotating gripper with the various sensors. Integration of sensors for rotating gripper. Rotating gripper. Rotating grippers, right? Clear? So one is flange, two is the drive motor. One is flange, two is drive motor. Three is the roller, pin roller that detects the touches the object. Pin roller. This three is actually this is pin roller. So, pin roller. This is the housing measuring device. 5 is the gripper housing. This is this entire, see, this entire body is called gripper. So this is called gripper housing. Gripper housing. The 4 is the object, rotating object. Rotating object. Rotating object. So this is another type of gripper. Okay. So this gripper with employed, this gripper is employed with the slip sensor. One is slip sensor, so roller. So roller used for slip sensing. So one is this is roller. Say actually the gripping force Fg is gripping force. So this force on either side, maybe prehension or release. So this is the normal force. So what is normal force? Normal force is mu into Fg. Mu into Fg. This mu into Fg is normal. This is 4 is object. Object. 2 is your sensor. Okay, this is a roller sensor for detector. Okay, your 3 is finger, gripper finger, or this is this and this gripper finger. So this is the schematic cut section of the gripper finger. Inside the gripper finger, there is a rotation sensitive. This is the roller. This roller is inside. Okay. This roller may be slip sensor. Actually, this should be a slip sensor which detects the slipping of this object. Okay. So roller type of slip sensor. We have seen different type of slip sensor. So okay, roller type, null type, and in the roller type, rubberized roller which is embedded with the magnets. That is a magnetic type of roller slip sensor. Then optical type of roller sensor, emitter with emitter and detector. So similarly, this is one roller type of sensor. This may be a slip sensor. Okay, you can have it a slip sensor. It's a roller equipped with the slip sensor. So this is object. The object has weight equal to mg. So these are all fingers, gripper fingers. So this is the cut section of the inside the roller. These are all connecting leads. Connectors are connecting leads, which gives information about their position. Okay. So this is there are 4 type of slip sensors. So this is actually intermediate. This is the different type of sensing devices. This single and multiple operated sensors. So these are all deviation. There are 4 type of deviation sensors equipped in the integrated of sensors. This sensor is called. This is actually there are 4 types. I will show you. Yes, this type of sensor is deviation sensor. So this is a gripper with deviation sensor. Gripper with deviation sensor. Okay. Next is reallocate sensor. This is the gripper with reallocate. Reallocate. Okay. This is external. Sorry. This is external type of integrated sensor. External. This is the integrated sensor. This is integrated sensor. Integrated. So different type of grippers with the various types of integration. So first one is deviation sensor. Let us see the. Okay. One is the sensor mounting. Sensor mounting. 2 is gripper. So this is the gripper. 3 is gripper jaws. So you see there are 2 jaws. 4 is object. So jaw or finger. This is object. Okay. Sensor. This is a sensor retaining bracket. Sensor retaining sensor retaining bracket. Then 6 is the base. This is the base. 7 is illumination light. Okay. 7 is this the base, 7 is illumination. Okay. Same configuration here, but this is the reallocate sensor integrated with the gripper. So this is the reallocate gripper employed there. Then in this external sensors here again, this actually 2 is the gripper. You see here same thing. So 2 is the gripper, 1 is the sensor mounting. So 1 is sensor mounting, again same. 2 is the gripper. Then your 11 is the integrated sensor. So okay, this is a sensor. This is a fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable. This is sensor. This may be mostly these sensors used to detect the object location. So external objects. So integrated both the external, internal, everything. Okay. So this is you see, you can easily tell this gripper employed with external gripper, external sensor. That means it senses outside the object. Okay. But this sensor is integrated, it passes through the object. So this passes through the object. Okay, this is called integrated sensor. This 9 is PSD, position sensors. Here 9 is position sensors. 3 is again your gripper jaws. So this is a different configurations of gripper with different sensors. So what are the sensory integrations? Okay, sensory integrations. So the sensory integration has 4 levels: joint level, so joint level integration, manipulator level integration, object level, and task level. Sensory integration has 4 levels. Okay, 4 levels of integration. Sensor level, that is joint sensor, joint level. Then manipulator level. Manipulator level. Then object level. Object level. Then task level. Task level. Actually, the sensor integration, the lower level, joint level is the lower level programming based on the geometrical translations as would be carried out with the lower level programming. Say simple lower level programming of what is the lower level and higher level in industrial automation. Say joint level program means just move up or pick and place. You know, there are 2 types of control system. Okay, one is continuous control system. Another one is discrete control system, discrete state control system. Okay, see, there are 2 types of control system: continuous state control system. Another one is discrete state control system. So what is continuous state control system? Okay, so the continuous state control system is actually, what is a controller? Controller is a manipulator to maintain the task, the desired task. So the controller used to get the output for the set value or set point. Set point is nothing but desired output. Okay, so desired output. So the continuous state control system regulates about the set point. Suppose regulates about set point. Suppose if you want to set, say, uh, say for example, the temperature is at 30 degrees Celsius. We want to maintain 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, if you want to maintain 60 degrees Celsius, so what we'll do? So we want to apply a controller. Okay, say for example, simple, you know, say controller, actuator, then plant, array process. Clear? So measurement. This is measurement. So this is our set point. So what we are getting here is controlled output. Not controller output, controlled output. So what is here? Set point. Okay, so we mostly use negative feedback. So controller output. So here is controller output. That is called manipulated variable. So controller output is called manipulated variable or controller output. The task, the desired output is controller output. So what is set point? So set point is desired output. Okay, desired output. Say the process is a temperature process in which we want to maintain 60 degree temperature. So this feedback control system will maintain, we may fix any type of controller, okay, maybe P, PI, PID or any controller or on-off controller. So what it does, so from the 30 degrees Celsius, it moves up and it regulates, finally settles at the 60 degree. So the continuous state control system regulates about the set point. It maintains the set point, regulates, operates about the set point. That is continuous state. Okay. The discrete state, what is discrete state? Okay, so discrete state. This discrete state does not, do not worry about this. This is control system worry about the regulation about set point. Okay, it doesn't regulate. It don't worry about the. It doesn't worry about the regulation about the set points. Okay, just it maintains various levels. Say you consider a tank in which a high level, a low level, HL, high level, low level. So we have to fix a controller. So here use two balls. Say you can use some two balls. So wall 1, wall 2. Clear? Wall 1 and wall. What is the control system to be employed here? The control system employed here is to when, say, a motor. This is connected to a motor or pump. So initially check the states, different states, whether HL, you can assign HL 0, LL 0. Low level 0. 0 means no water. So, okay, high level 0. So immediately what? Motor. Motor is connected to a relay. So motor on 1. So starts filling. So when motor 1, V1, that is V1 is 1. V2 close. V2 close. Understand that? So when low level and high level 0, V1 should be open. So V1 open, V2 close. 0 means close, 1 is open. You can assign in either way. In other way also you can use. Okay. So when water starts filling in the tank, okay, water starts filling in the tank. So when LL is 1, so LL becomes 1. When HL, so the state LL equal to 1, HL equal to 1, what happened? The V1 should be close. When HL is 1, VL is this. So this type of operation, this is you are studying in PLC. Okay, so PLC. So PLC is a low level language. That's why I am telling. So this discussion for understanding of the low level language. So the ladder language in the PLC is a low level language. So the lower level programming, that is geometrical translations as would be carried out with a lower level programming like a PLC by the operator for joint level programming, for the joint level program. In this joint level sensory integration, data in the direct or direct output, okay, or the output is a binary, either or, so zeros and ones. So this type of level programming is called joint level. Then manipulator level. So the manipulator level control is little bit, say joint, you know, these are all joints. The between joint is links. So when link along with the joint together called a manipulator level. So the manipulator level programming is a little bit high. So high level data in the form of relevant to the high level programming language used in the actual signal input lines, okay, on which Boolean and the other operators can be performed. In the joint level sensory integration is only low level, either 0 or 1 binary level programming is employed. Whereas in the manipulator level, you can also operate some more little bit high level called a Boolean operation, Boolean level programming. Next is object level. In the object level, the complete program routines and modules, okay. So the complete program routines and modules are monitored, and the data in the form of decision as a result of sensor fusion. So here the sensor fusion is employed. What is sensor fusion? We are getting some output, the result, by getting the information from the various sensors. So various sensors. So the mainly the object level, the data used from the sensor. The information getting as a result from sensor fusion. Next is the task level. This is a very intelligently combined modules. So the very high level combined modules and the dynamic control organized to achieve complete task. So data no longer simple, information useful to reasoning, precision and analysis. This with the help of the image. This task mainly employed in a image data analysis. This is an example, okay, like a vision system. Okay, these three are employed with the help of normal sensors. So the task level used the machine vision system. This is a typical example for task level. So next is control of gripper. So what are the various operation of a gripper controllers? Okay, so the prehension force, that is grasping force, grasping force and movement. So the movement and the grasping force are monitored with the help of gripper jaw motion. Okay. So the prehension speed as well as the gripper controls prehension speed, and post prehension after releasing of the object is called post prehension. The post prehension workpiece presence monitoring, the position and orientation of the object between the gripper jaws. Okay, position and the orientation. Then forces and the movements during the manipulation sequence. So various forces and movements. Okay, movements means force into distance. Okay, that is movement. Movement about the particular force, particular point. So during manipulation sequence. Then measurement of specific workpiece details is a special case. Sometimes it requires the size of the object, measurement the workpiece size. So based on size also, the control algorithm will be employed in the gripper. Then identification and the prehension point with the help of camera vision system. So camera guided, this control system called camera guided or machine vision guided. So machine vision guided, this is helpful for identification of the prehension point, where should be the pickup point. So next is gripper temperature. The temperature of the gripper is very important in some cases, say in CNC machines. While cutting the metal pieces, temperature will be more. So if you go to industries, the temperature of the gripping tool, so the drilling tool is maintained using oils, okay, specialized cooling oils for maintaining the temperature. So these are all the different purpose of gripper controls. Okay. So these are all pneumatically. Okay. Sorry, this is a hydraulic actuated grippers. Hydraulic actuator grippers. Actually, this is single cylinder. This is a gripper finger. Gripper. So this is jaw. The same thing to all the diagrams. Don't worry. So this is a cylinder. Okay, cylinder and piston. So this cylinder and piston symbol. Okay. So this is the actuating mechanism. So the 4 is the actuating signal goes to the gripper. So this is actually a single cylinder gripper. Actually, this is double cylinder. You see, the actuating mechanism is on both sides. Either side moving of the piston, it will operate the gripper. But this is only one side. So single cylinder. This is dual cylinder. Dual cylinder operated gripper. So this is this grippers are with some safety precautions, safety measures. Here, you see, in this gripper, the prehension force, the prevention of prehension force, actually, this mechanism is employed for safety precaution of prehension force during power failures. Safety method. Suppose this is the emergency stop. This is for during power failures. Okay, this is a restrictor. 3 is the restrictor. The restrictor is in series with this. Okay, so you see when compared with the previous one, the single cylinder, here we add the restrictor for prevention of the power failure. Okay, so maintenance of preventive force in case of power failure, so that we use the return ball. So this is the return ball. So this is the return wall. Say this symbol for wall. So when the power failure occur, it will not actually, you please try to understand. The single cylinder supplies air to the grippers to actuate the gripping force. Say gripping force. Suppose when the object is grasped here, so the pneumatic cylinder is operated through solenoid valve. This is the valve, return valve. So when the power failure occurs, immediately this gripping force will be failed to grasp. So to hold that object when during power failure, the prevention, the grasping power should not release. So that the return air should not come back to the cylinder. That's why we use the return valve. So the retain valve, that is to avoid the return of pneumatic air. So this system, this additional system used for the avoid prevention, the loss of prevention force during power failure. Same thing here with the adjustable velocities. Okay, this see here. These are all manual valves operated with this electrical actuated valve. This is the electrical signal. So this called bypass. Here, these valves act as a bypass valve. When power fails, we can operate manually. Okay. So these are all the four type of the previous two, single cylinder and double cylinder. The single cylinder and double cylinder. Here, the single cylinder and double cylinder along with the safety methods. Okay, safety methods. Next is limiting of gripping force. Limiting of gripping force. So this is the limiting of gripping force. This one is pneumatic cylinder. You see this object. Okay, same configuration. So here actually we have to maintain the gripping force. That limiting of gripping force should be operated with the help of hydraulic pressure. Okay. So this is the air regulator. Say with the help of air regulator. So this is cylinder. This object. So this schematic diagram shows the limiting of gripping force. How we can limit the gripping force can be the gripping force can be maintained or limitedly applied by means of air regulator, by passing a sufficient air regulator. So this is the schematic figure tells the limiting of gripping force. This is the electrically actuated gripper. This is the electrically actuated gripper. Actually, you see what is here. The sensor is this is camera. This is a camera. This is the sensor. Say object detection sensor. Say detection object detection sensor. Actually, this 4 is the fiber optic cable. This 4 is fiber optic cable. So this fiber optic cable. Okay, this is the camera. This 2 is nothing but data from the camera. Okay, data from the camera, digital data. Okay, digital data passed to the controller. This is the sensor. So the sensor signal. So digitized sensor signal. This sensor signal. Okay. 4 is the jar. Sorry, the 4 is the fiber optic cable. 6 is the jar. Gripper jar. Okay, this is the sensor. 8 is the object. 8 is the object. So these are all the various components in a electrically actuated gripper. So this is your this is called joint. This is link. This is the manipulator. This is finger, jaw, gripper. Okay, this together called manipulator. This is a link. Actually, this 7 is nothing but signal from controller. Signal from the controller. So this signal helps to move the gripper to the required task. So that position, say normally that we will discuss in the kinematics of robo manipulator. Actually, this position called object position. Okay, suppose this position is defined by x and y axis. So this x coordinate from here to this is x coordinate, x value, x distance. Similarly, in the vertical, say, so this distance from the base is y. So the P, let us assume P is the position. P is the position of the end effector, that is gripper, end effector. So normally we represent the P as x comma y. It's called world coordinate. So the position of the end effector at x distance of x and y distance. Clear? X and y distance. So this is the various components in a electrically actuated robo gripper. Electrically actuated robo gripper. Clear? So this is about various gripper interface mechanisms, various sensors in a gripping grippers. Okay. Clear? So in the next class, we are going to see the kinematics of robo, the kinematics. So what is kinematics? Kinematics is nothing but the analysis of static and dynamic component of a robot. So it describes the position and orientation of the robot. So kinematics we are going to see the mathematical analysis. Please bring calculator, have calculator in the next classes. So types of kinematics, forward kinematics and reverse kinematics. There are two types of kinematics, forward and reverse. Forward kinematics and back or reverse kinematics. Okay, see the robo. So this is a robo, so which has this is say forward kinematics. When we give inputs, so the robo has different parameters. Say actually say the joint angles, say there are two, say assume there are two 2 degree of freedom manipulator, both 2 degree of freedom, it has rotational joints, RR robo. So let us consider RR robo. So we draw a simple RR robo. Okay. So let us assign L is link 1, L1 is link 1, L2 is link 2. So this is say this joint is theta 1, joint 1, joint 2, whose angle is theta 2. Okay, this is the end position. So the P described with X and Y. So the X is distance of the end effector in the world coordinate. So this is X, this is Y. So the determinant, this simple forward kinematics means joint angles given, say for given joint angles theta 1, theta 2, etc. up to theta n. Also, the given parameter is link parameters, link values, link parameters. Say L1, L2, L3, etc. If we give joint angles and the link parameters, if we determine the values of X and Y, the end position of X and Y, the end effector position of X and Y, then this kinematics called forward kinematics. Determination of X and Y using joint angles and link parameters. The same concept here in the reverse kinematics. X and Y, the world parameters, actually the X and Y called world space coordinate, the theta 1, theta are called joint space, this joint angles are called joint space, X and Y are called coordinate space or world space. So here world space coordinates X and Y are given. Okay, then the link is constant. Link parameters, okay, link parameters L1, L2, L3, etc. Link parameters given. What do you have to determine? If we determine theta 1, theta 2, etc. So if for the given X and Y and link parameters, if we determine theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, so this kinematics called reverse kinematics. Okay, interesting mathematical analysis involved here. So let's see the detailed derivations in next class. Okay, this is about kinematics. Okay? Kinematics is to determine the world space as well as joint space coordinates of a robo gripper or end effector. Okay, understand?